If your goal is to smell like the sexiest and most attractive woman this summertime, then you have to keep watching. Hi guys, it's Joanna, and in today's video, I will be talking about the sexiest summer fragrances for women. And mind you, not only these fragrances smell alluring, as they are also long lasting. So if your goal is to smell like the sexiest bronze goddess this summertime, then this video is for you. Starting off with a new discovery of mine. This is called Sexual Healing by Art Meets Art. As the name suggests, this fragrance smells incredibly sexy. It's my first time to try something from this brand called Art Meets Art. It's a French brand and most of their fragrances are inspired by songs. So probably you've heard about the song Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. Yes, it is inspired by that song. And basically the idea of the perfumer is to actually make people want to hug and kiss when they smell this fragrance. And what can I say? It definitely gave me that sticky, sensual, honey feeling. I'm not really a big fan of honey in fragrances, but hear me out. Even though the honey in here is sticky, sweet kind of honey, it is perfectly blended with a very smooth tobacco and vanilla, which to me is very, very sexy. Imagine a spicy, creamy vanilla with a very smooth tobacco drizzled with sticky, sweet honey. Then that's how Sexual Healing smells like. I find this fragrance to be not only sexy on me, but also on my husband. It's a very unisex scent in my opinion. I will wear it and I would love to smell it on my husband as well. It's definitely one of the sexiest honey fragrances that I have ever tried. If I can describe it to you in an easier way, I will say imagine Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford with added photorealistic honey. Then yeah, there you have it. That's how Sexual Healing smells like to me. A very sensual, sticky, sweet, photorealistic honey, a very smooth tobacco, and a creamy, spicy vanilla. When it comes to performance, it is amazing. It lasts and projects like a beast. It lasts on clothes almost eternally. The linen shirt that my husband wore with Sexual Healing still smells like, yeah, as if he just sprayed Sexual Healing. That's how potent this fragrance is. I love it so much and I highly recommend it to you, of course, if the description of tobacco, vanilla, and honey sounds appealing to you. Once again, Sexual Healing by Art Meets Art, and it is definitely unisex. There's something sensual and magical about Sexual Healing when you're sweating, by the way. So yeah, next up is an affordable, sexy summer scent that is not drying. And aside from being sexy, to me, this also smells like laid back and super fun. And this is Minya by Paris Corner. Basically, this is a nutty and creamy pistachio, almond, vanilla, and salted caramel combo that smells absolutely delicious, fun, and sexy in the most effortless way. I can imagine a scenario of like a pool day with your special someone or like a random beach day. Basically, this is an eau de parfum concentration version of Sol de Janeiro's. I forgot the name. I'm just gonna pop it on the screen. So yeah, Minya smells exactly like this body mist, but in an eau de parfum concentration. And guys, this perfume lasts and definitely projects, especially for the first hour. This is a kind of perfume that I will highly recommend and for someone, of course, who's on a budget, and for someone who just finds like the smell of almond, pistachio, salted caramel, and vanilla attractive. I know I mentioned salted caramel, however, I don't find this perfume to be very sweet. Like I will still say Sexual Healing is sweeter. And with Minya, even if the salted caramel is very present, it is not like, sticky sweet. Actually, it has like this powdery dry down because of the heliotrope. Yeah, so having said that, it is sweet with a powdery texture plus that nutty pistachio and almond. Minya is such a gorgeous scent. In my opinion, actually, this is one of Paris Corner's best as well. And yeah, highly recommend Minya by Paris Corner. And I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. All right, next up is for someone who's looking for the sexiest summer scent that will make them feel like a tropical bronze goddess. Are you shocked? This is my favorite tropical floral scent in my collection, Une Bel Amour by Parfum de Empire. I don't know how many times I have featured this fragrance in my channel, but yeah, I hope that you're not yet tired of me talking about it. And yeah, basically, this is the sexiest and most carnal tropical yellow and white floral scent combo that I have ever smelt. This perfume feels very warm on the skin, so it kind of like gives you the feeling of actually warm skin from sunbathing with prominent ylang-ylang, magnolia, gardenia, and champaca. The turmeric and cumin in this fragrance gave Un Bel Amour that sensuality with that warm spiciness that I just find super sexy. As this perfume stays longer on your skin while you're sweating, the more it becomes sexier. If I have to recommend a fragrance that can resemble a tropical bronze goddess, then it will definitely be Un Bel Amour d'Eté. Performance is amazing, super long lasting, and as mentioned, the more you sweat, the more it lingers in the air as if it's like part of your skin aroma. Once again, Un Bel Amour d'Eté by Parfum de Empire, and I find this fragrance to be very feminine leaning. All right, when I think of something sexy, I always think of an amber forward scent. And yeah, I don't know why. However, when I think of amber scent, I normally think of fragrances that are more for the winter time. However, when I discovered an amber forward scent that is perfect for summertime, Ambert Sunset by Librery Parfums, then I kind of changed my mind about amber. Ambert Sunset is a velvety, warm amber and lipsticky iris vanilla combo that I find very addictive and sexy. I love how warm the amber is in here. It is warm, but at the same time, it is also velvety. I imagine like sunset when I smell Ambert Sunset. This is a kind of fragrance that I will wear if ever I have to go on a sunset date night or like a summer sunset party with the girls. That is the vibe of Ambert Sunset. If you love lipsticky iris and warm amber, this will be a no-brainer for you. It also has that prominent leather in the final dry down, giving this fragrance that kind of like dry, suede vibes that I am absolutely loving. I also find it very unique, very attractive. This is definitely for someone who's into amber and for someone who's actually looking for a prominent amber scent that can be perfect this summertime. As the color of the bottle suggests, it's also giving like some bronze goddess vibe, and I highly recommend it. Not only it smells amazing, it also lasts and lasts just like the rest of the fragrances in today's video. Once again, Ambert Sunset by Librery Parfums, and I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. All right, and last but not the least is another amber fragrance, because that's just how I imagine a sexy fragrance. It has to be like more ambery. And the fragrance that I'm gonna talk about is Rosendo Mateu number 5. Guys, Rosendo Mateu number 5 is that girl. Basically, this is a heavy amber, dark vanilla, and musk combo that will definitely give you confidence. There's something very powerful and attractive about this fragrance, and I'm aware that a lot of people are disturbed by that rubber tire smell coming from the saffron in here, but I don't really get it. I think the magic of this fragrance is actually when you smell it in the air. There's something about how this fragrance lingers in the air that I find extremely attractive. Imagine dark amber on warm skin with like slightly animalic musk. Then yeah, that's how Rosendo Mateu number 5 smells like to me. In my opinion, this is more of like a date night summer kind of scent. That's why I'm featuring it in today's video. This perfume as well is giving bronze goddess vibes. I know a lot of people are comparing it with Baby Cat, but I find Baby Cat actually to be more of like a wintry scent. And to me, I love wearing Mateu number 5 more on like summer nights. Yeah, that's when I'm vibing with it basically. And yeah, I just love it so much. Once again, Rosendo Mateu number 5, if you're looking for a very sensual and slightly animalic amber and vanilla scent combo. So that is the video for today, guys. Those are the 5 sexiest summer fragrances that I highly recommend. Now, let me know what you think of them, and if you have any sexy summer fragrance for women in mind, let me know in the comments down below. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you on my next one. Bye!